Welcome to an episode of You Haven't Read What? I'm Krista.
And I'm Christina. Join us to explore unique genres, childhood favorites, and literary classics as we dive into each other's favorite reads.
Where one of us is very familiar with the book, the other is reading for the very first time. Let's go!
Hello!
Hello!
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah.
I sent pictures to our little friends group. We went to Costco.
Yeah.
And it came out of Costco in a torrential downpour.
Yep.
It's one of those, if you've lived in the Midwest, you know.
Yeah.
To any Seattle friends, you don't know.
No.
So yeah, it was raining so hard. And the Costco, she was being weird. Like I love Costco. Like I'm sure there's a reason for it, but there's so many people because they have the big garage doors around.
Yeah.
So many people waiting inside and sending one sacrificial parent or person, whatever, to the car to go get the car. Everyone who tried pulling up in front of those doors. Yeah. It's people, and of course it's pouring down rain. People are loading extremely quickly and then throwing the carts back inside where the carts belong, the poor cart men don't have to be going out and pouring down rain. She's yelling at everybody who's trying to do this. You can't park here. Keep moving. You can't park here. I'm like, why the heck not?
Right?
I was like, I'm sure this is standard, a fire lane.
Yeah.
But come on.
Yeah.
If there's a fire truck coming, they'll move.
Right. Exactly.
We'll all brave the rain.
Right.
My kids wanted to run through the rain, so I was like, great, let's go. So I grabbed their hands. Tim pushed the cart, and the kids and I just sprinted, and I saw a big puddle. I just jumped, and it sprayed both of them. They were
That's
just
awesome.
giggling, running the rest of the way to the car.
Nice.
I was like, yeah.
That's funny.
We had fun. But I'm still wet.
Water seems to think she's going to melt. So we're constantly you're
not made of sugar.
Right.
You're sweet, but you're not made of sugar.
Need a freaking umbrella. She carries an umbrella around everywhere.
That's a joke.
She was super upset with Bob when we picked her up from camp today because in the car, she currently hooked her purse on the shit handle.
Yeah.
And her purse is on there, and she's got 2 umbrellas in her purse. And she's like, why didn't you bring the car if it was going to rain? We didn't know. Who
knows? That's kind of a joke walking around Seattle. How do you tell the locals from the tourists or the recent transplants? They have an umbrella. They didn't grow up in Seattle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't own an umbrella. Never have.
Well, we got them when we went to DC a couple weeks ago because it was constantly raining and super crazy.
Seattle still holds the record for most consecutive days of rain.
Yeah. Well, we also had our nephew who's a baby and in his car seat and stuff. And so we're trying to
actual baby. I thought this was a descriptor.
No, my nephew is in his car seat and he is my little brother. He's 6'4" and a giant, but he's crouched over this car seat with an umbrella over his head that is raining down his back into his pants, trying to keep the car seat from getting
dry.
Soaked. But the way that it was raining, it was still going through the fabric of the top of the car seat. And I'm just okay, this is not working. Yeah.
That's funny.
There were multiple days that I was the soaked person. So yeah, I was always wet, and Water always had an umbrella because I went and got her one because she's just I'm gonna melt. Well, but I made her a deal. She had carried the umbrella. She had to carry my purse. It was there was more important stuff in my purse.
I can't get wet
than me because I had my backup battery or whatever and my phone and stuff. And so I'm I'll just shove all this in my purse and you can carry it.
Here you go.
Exactly. So
all right. So yeah,
it kind of brings us to these chapters too because of the
when they arrive.
Yeah, when they arrive.
Time out before we get started. Yeah. First of all, I know this comes out in the future, blah blah blah. Today is Harry Potter's birthday.
Woohoo!
Harry Potter's a real person. He'd be 45 today. Nice. Congratulations.
Did you know there's actually a guy who was named Harry Potter?
Oh, I feel so bad for those people.
Follow him, and he just legally had his name changed. But he has, he was 4 or 5 maybe when Harry Potter came out. And so he's got the book and newspapers of him as a kid, the real life Harry Potter.
That's funny.
And I'm oh, that's kind of cool.
But yeah. So today is It's what, July 31st, if I can say it correctly. It's also one of my best friends, Lauren's birthday. So
yes,
hi, Lauren.
yes.
You guys will meet her soon.
Happy birthday.
And Harry Potter's birthday is also spectacularly close to your birthday.
Yep.
So for your birthday, in memory of our last book,
I love you.
I love you.
I love that. That's awesome.
I 3D printed a little sign that I was like,
I love it.
I need something that says love.
I know, right? That's awesome.
It's a cute little heart and it says, I love you.
Yes. And it'll be either a cute, like you can put it up on a wall or we could use it as a bookmark. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's nice and thin and it's kind of easy. So
I love
we couldn't decide on the colors, so we let our oldest decide, and voila, that's what you ended up with.
And what's funny is actually green is my favorite color. So
yes, I couldn't remember.
So she did
I'm
well.
sorry.
No, you're good. That's awesome.
So kind of like happy birthday.
Thank you.
Slightly early.
Yes.
And and then kind of like memory of our last book.
Yeah,
not our last, our previous book.
Yeah.
Your first pick of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Many more to come.
Yes.
But yeah. That was funny.
I love it. That's awesome. That's cool.
You love it.
Yes, I love it.
So happy birthday, Christina.
Thanks.
All right.
Harry Potter and Lauren.
And whoever else has these birthdays, these summer birthdays.
I know. They're crazy.
I'm a little jealous. I have the winter birthday.
Yeah.
I always had indoor parties. Laser tag. Yes. That's all I could do. I think I went to a Mariners game once for my birthday.
Yeah.
Probably rained.
Probably.
All right. So now that we are sprinting our way, attempting to not have this take 5 years, our way through book 4 of Harry Potter. This thing is a monster. Last week we covered chapters 12, 13, and 14 that were the Triwizard Tournament, Mad Eye Moody, and the Unforgivable Curses. Ooh. Tonight, we're going to pump the brakes just slightly and do 2 chapters because it sets us up extremely well for the rest of the book.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a natural break point. So tonight, chapters 15 and 16, which are Beauxbaton and Durmstrang, if I can say it, and chapter 16, the Goblet of Fire.
Woohoo!
Doo, doo, doo.
Is this the book with the earliest for the name of the title? Or was
I feel like it's gotta be, but
or
also
was
I'm pretty sure this is how big the first book is.
True.
Yeah, book 2 might be Chamber of Secrets.
2, yeah, I think Chamber of Secrets might have come
pretty
sooner.
early.
Yeah,
pretty early.
Either way.
So, yeah. All right. So I need to actually open this now. I was intentionally leaving it closed so the little heart didn't come flying out. I think this is the furthest we've made it into a book with nobody going to the hospital wing until now.
I know, though I do have questions about that.
I do too. We'll get to there. Okay. All right. So my summary for chapter 15 is classes have clearly stepped up.
Yep.
Like everyone's kind of in high gear now.
Yep.
There's new schools and students. Yay.
Woo.
We have the return of Crumb and Avila.
Is she actually Avila, though? That's the question. So Hedwig is extremely angry with Harry.
Poor Hedwig.
Extremely.
Poor Hedwig.
Yes.
Well, also, I get that Harry's trying to protect Sirius, but why is he lying to him?
Because he wants to not have Sirius come.
Yeah, like that's going to work. Trouble. But yeah.
That doesn't always help, right?
No. And I like that Ron and Hermione immediately call him on his bullshit.
Oh, for sure.
Like right away.
Right.
Like, you idiot.
Like, why are you lying? Come on.
Yeah. They just, they're not playing around with that.
Yeah.
But yes, poor Hedwig. Deserves a break.
She does.
Girl needs a rest.
Not only that, but she is angry with him because he was a brat to her the other night. So
he was.
Yeah.
He was a little emotional. And he should have just kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, for sure. But so Moody and Hermione. So when Hermione is like chit-chatting in the class or whatever with Moody, like he just blink out straight, just is like, this is what it is. And this is what's going to happen. You can leave if you want, but like you need to learn.
I was proud of myself for remembering that. I didn't realize it was the next chapter. when I mentioned last week that I was like,
niece.
I'm pretty sure Moody does this to the class at some point, or maybe just Harry, I don't remember, to like learn how to fight it.
Yeah.
Like, ha ha!
Next chapter. Woohoo! Yeah.
My brain.
Well, so what I don't understand is he clearly states that he fractured his kneecaps. But he doesn't go to the hospital and he limps out of the classroom.
I'm going to go with is that exaggeration?
Okay.
Like, I don't know about you, especially my oldest. She stubs her toe. I broke my toe.
Well, yeah.
You did not.
Right.
Like everything, like the smallest like bruise and it's broken.
Right.
It's her first. Like, I broke my ankle. I'm like, no, it just popped funny when you step down the stairs.
Right.
Like, so that's kind of what I'm running with.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I went, but I was like, he did it and did he actually make Harry do the thing 4 times or 5 times? Because the way that it's written is a little confusing, where Harry's like leaving the classroom or whatever, and he states that
he went through 4 times in a row, but
he had already done 1, so...
I'm guessing that 1 is the first one of those 4.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I was kind of like, I don't know.
He had put Harry through the paces 4 times in a row until Harry could throw off the curse entirely.
So he can beat the curse now.
In a very controlled setting with lots of practice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to backtrack here a little bit.
Yeah.
Moody says, Dumbledore wants you to know what it feels like. Does he? Like, you really think that's...
Like, honestly, probably. I mean, if Dumbledore specifically went out and hired Moody to do this job,
that's fair.
He probably is we all think that somehow Dumbledore knows everything that's about to happen. And if that is the true case, then at that point it's one of those, like, maybe he really does know something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so he's wanting Moody to be able to go, okay, like, go and do this, teach this.
Yeah, and he says it. Is that? Oh, it's the next page. When he said, Potter, very good indeed. They'll have trouble controlling you. And I was like, who's they? Who's this they that he speaks to? I mean, Death Eaters, but
yeah,
like, who's this they? And also everything he does with the kids, I was like, is innocent enough.
Right.
You know, Lavender Brown intimidated a squirrel. Neville did gymnastics he certainly would have been able to do normally. Like, he at least had Harry not fought it so well, jumping on a desk would have been innocent enough.
Right.
I kind of wish he would have then done something else that then wasn't continually hurting him. But,
right. Yeah.
Harry does say it was the most wonderful feeling. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, uh-oh.
Like, it's
that
almost...
explains why people don't necessarily fight it very well.
Right. Or maybe they don't understand that that's really what's happening, that kind of thing. Like, it's almost being under, like, anesthesia in a way where you're just like, oh, yeah, cool. Like, you told... Some doctor just came in and told me to go and stand in the corner. So that's what I'm doing now. Like, you know, so, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking that or, like, hypnotize.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, being hypnotized.
Like a duck or whatever.
Yeah. And there's some people that it doesn't work on, that fight it and it doesn't work or whatever. So I was like, oh, that's kind of anesthesia doesn't work on people who leave also. Yeah.
Anesthesia. So like on redheads, you know, that's a big thing. So my mom's a natural redhead. Whole 9 yards, has problem with pills and drugs and stuff like that when it comes to, you have to have higher dosages and stuff. I'm the exact same way though.
Yeah.
And I have natural red highlights, but I don't have natural like red hair.
Yeah.
So I
just mentioned my friend Lauren again. Happy birthday. Anytime she has surgery, she intentionally dyes her hair red.
Oh, so they actually understand and believe her. Yeah.
And yeah, it's totally a thing.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of same idea.
So question, when transforming animals into objects and vice versa, does the hedgehog feel the pins or understand that it's becoming a pincushion?
I don't want to think about it. I don't know.
I'm curious because Professor McGonagall goes on to Neville because Neville's hedgehog or hedgehog is still able to bite or flinch or something. I don't know.
I'm trying to find it.
So
right now,
like, I'm curious if it's not fully a pin cushion. And does it still feel the pain and stuff? And like when it does, when it does become the pin cushion, does it still have a heartbeat? Like, how does that all work? Does it still have a mind? Is it dead now? Like,
Mrs. Granger remains the only person in class who has managed to turn their hedgehog into a satisfactory pincushion. Might I remind you, your pincushion, Thomas, still curls up in fright if anyone approaches it with a pin.
Okay, so not Neville.
So is Thomas.
Yeah.
Dean. But, so in fairness, it says it is a pin cushion, but it still curls up in fright. So like it's like a pin cushion that still has a personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I was like, But like in the last book, we learn about Lupin and all the other people, like his dad, like Harry's dad and stuff like that guy. Becomes, yeah. So is that not what Transfiguration is kind of like?
Not really.
Okay. And obviously you can change it from a pincushion back to a hedgehog.
Yeah.
And so, it's still alive at that point?
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess what I have always assumed is that McGonagall keeps this, I don't know, let's go with they start as pincushions maybe.
Okay.
And then she turns them into hedgehogs and then she just turns them back and it's kind of like they never existed.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
I also question because we know McGonagall can turn into a cat.
Right.
Is she Transfiguration or is she an animagi?
Right.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to gonna have to figure that one out. Because we also hear later Neville turns his ears into cactuses. I think that's what you're thinking of.
So he takes his ears off of his head and puts them on the cactus.
Okay. That's even more impressive. Good job, Neville.
I'm not sure how he did that.
But yeah, we'll have later that like people can turn into things like household objects.
Okay.
Like as a form of hiding. I'm like, that's clearly Transfiguration, not being an animagus.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird lines here. I don't really know.
Okay. It's cloudy, I guess. It's kind of in the gray. Okay.
That makes sense. It's a little bit fuzzy.
Okay. Does Snape actually so I'm assuming Snape's not going to actually poison somebody.
Well, he says they don't have time because that's the class that's cut short
right.
because of everyone arriving.
Right.
And they're, hallelujah.
But I totally was like, will Snape poison Neville or Harry? Because he's going to pick like one.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Or it's just a Snape threat.
It's another one of those Snape threats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we've talked a lot about his treatment towards Neville with Trevor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like again, as much as he's like, if you fail this potion, we're gonna feed it to your toad and find out what happens. I so badly want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he has the counter potion sitting right there.
Yeah.
He could fix anything.
Yep.
He's threatening. He's not doing a good job. This is not how you teach kids. It's by threatening them.
No.
But I think he's trying to make a point and like do this well or there will be consequences.
Right.
Which is true, as we found with Hermione in book 1.
Yeah.
Book 2 of you make a potion, you screw it up, and now you're stuck as a cat.
Right. Yeah.
So obviously there are severe consequences with not doing this stuff right.
For sure.
But that's not how you teach kids.
Yeah.
You don't scare them.
Right. Yeah.
Threaten their pets.
Right.
But yeah, they're all worried about OWLs. Trelawney gave them top marks.
Yeah.
And then they have to do it again.
And somehow they have no more catastrophes.
They've run out of ways to
die.
To die, apparently. I thought that was really funny.
That was funny.
Hagrid bringing up the ferret and kind of threatening Malfoy with that.
I don't give a crap. No,
I didn't like it.
I mean, it's Malfoy. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't like whatever. So Cedric is gonna maybe go for the tournament.
Yep. We know Cedric's gonna go for it, and they talk about. Is it this chapter or the next one?
It's the next one, but this one
Angelica?
They are talking about Angelina.
I think that's right.
Angelina. But that's the next chapter. Names. But in this one, they're hypothesizing who could possibly go.
Yes.
and Cedric is one of them, which I think is kind of cool.
It's cool.
We learn more about Cedric in the last book and in the previous book. Right? Cedric's
a little bit. All we know about him from book 3 is that he plays Quidditch and that he's good at it.
Maybe it's the beginning of this book.
Yeah, it's a couple of chapters ago when they meet his dad and his dad makes it awkward.
Right. Yeah. So we kind of learned a little bit about him then, and that's kind of nice.
He seems like a nice enough guy. It seems like a lot of people, as teenagers do, go, oh, he's just handsome and that's the only reason he gets attention. It's like, no, he's actually not a bad guy.
No.
Like, he's actually got a good, like, he did not like the way his dad treated Harry.
Right, exactly.
Like, he's got good intentions, but I think he gets pushed aside just because he's the pretty boy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Lockhart gets brought back up because Hermione couldn't keep away from Lockhart. I find it funny.
LOL'd.
Yep, I did too. I was like, that's funny.
You only like him because he's handsome, said Ron. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like, and he's a prefect. Well, so is Percy. So, he's head boy now. But
right.
Or he was. He's out of school now.
So, what are Fred and George hiding and planning in the corner of the room, like the great room area?
That was my question to you. What are F and G talking about?
I mean, they're talking about somebody getting back to them, like force his hand, basically, things like that. And I'm just like,
they were having the same conversation in the corner of the dormitory, last chapter, 2 chapters ago.
Yeah. So I'm like, what is going on?
What do you think it's in relation to?
Probably their business. Like,
fair bet. Or somebody trying to help them get into the Triwizard tournament.
I mean, maybe, but even at that point, like, I don't know. I don't really think it's that. I think it's something more Fred and George, specific.
I agree. Yes, I think it has something to do with the business too.
Right.
At this point, reading. So I had to look up. Yeah, he can't avoid us forever. Who they're talking about? Okay, so now this is Hermione. Yes. When Harry asked who the judges are, and Hermione says, well, the heads of the participating schools are always on the panel, and everyone looked at her rather surprised because all 3 of them were injured in the tournament of 1792 when a cockatrice, the champions were supposed to be catching, went on a rampage. And I said, what the heck is a cockatrice? Cockatrice? And dun, 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 dun.
Oh, there you go.
It is a mythical creature, typically depicted as a 2-legged dragon or serpent with the head of a rooster. It's known for a deadly gaze or touch, which can turn living things into stone. In some translations of Harry Potter, apparently, instead of saying this creature, it actually says a basilisk.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But if you look them up, they're a little fugly.
I mean, yeah, but they're kind of cute at the same time.
Yeah, they're a little odd.
As a mythical creature.
They're a little odd.
Yeah.
And there's one, you can see one over a door of the Belvedere Castle in New York Central Park.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're kind of mythology, kind of all over the place. Predominant, I can't even say the word, mostly in English through myth creatures. And they are hatched by a chicken egg, by a toad or a snake.
Interesting.
Which is odd. So, yeah, you can Google it.
Cool.
The Wikipedia page does not have good pictures, but you just image search it. It's a little, they're kind of fun.
Yeah.
They're kind of fun. They're cool. So, yeah, but I thought it was interesting that some translations show it as a basilisk instead. It's like, well, yeah, that sounds deadly stare, turn to stone.
Right.
Like, versus petrification, like, kind of similar.
Yeah, definitely.
That's kind of fascinating.
So Hagrid. Hold on. So the gigantic carriage and elephant-sized horses.
So, yeah, we'll skip over the house elves. I don't care. Sirius says don't use Hedwig. Okay.
Yeah, change out the owls.
Change out the owl. He's like, well, they're not native. Well, no, she's a snow owl.
Yeah, that makes
clearly not native to Scotland or wherever the heck Sirius is getting his fluffy, bright birds from. Yes. Okay. So now Ron suggested they apparate, and Hermione again have you read Hogwarts history?
Right.
You can't do that. I think it's funny. So first we get our Beauxbatons coming on a dragon by all Palomino's horses, which again, I had to look up. And Palomino's
They're on a dragon? I thought they were in a carriage.
They're in a carriage. Sorry. Palomino horses
Okay.
are what's carrying them. They are absolutely stunning horses.
They are. They're gorgeous horses.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So they're mostly brown and sometimes a white mane or coat. So kind of that brown horse with the white fur and a ginormous carriage. And I'm not going to bother to grab my big illustrated book right now. If you have the book, the illustration for the carriage is beautiful. I'll pull it up after this. I'll share a picture online. But it's absolutely beautiful. This big carriage behind the horses. It's really cool.
That is cool.
And then we finally outsteps Madame Maxine.
Yeah.
This is our second reference to her in the book.
Yes, it is.
If we remember back in the forest, the girl speaking French, it said, where is Madame Maxine gone? But in French, I'm not going to say it in French because I can't.
Yeah.
And I love her description getting out.
Oh, for sure.
Her shining, high-heeled black shoes emerging from the carriage, the size of a child's sled, followed by the largest woman he'd ever seen.
Yep.
I love that.
And see, when it was first coming out as like a description, I was thinking he was going to lean more towards like Aunt Marge.
No.
But then like he keeps going and it's definitely a Hagrid. I think it's awesome. And I was like, ooh, Hagrid's going to have a girlfriend.
Yeah, you knew pretty quickly Hagrid and Madame Maxine were going to go along. She is now M&M in my notes. I just got tired of writing it. I love that the horses only drink single malt whiskey.
Oh, heck yes. I even wrote, I was like, let's see here. Well, the horses will be having whiskey with Hagrid. I was like, that's amazing.
That's amazing. I also love Madame Maxine's so worried about taking care of her horses, which is really sweet and obviously going to be a connection between her and Hagrid.
Right.
Their love of creatures.
At some point, yeah.
And also Dumbledore's pure confidence that Hagrid will take care of this.
Yep.
Like he has no doubts. I assure you Hagrid will be up to the job.
Yep.
And then Madame Maxine keeps going about how to take care of them, and Dumbledore, it will be attended to. Like he's 100% confidence.
Yep.
Dude, yeah. He's like, no.
I love it.
Leave it alone. I got this.
And what's interesting is she's more worried about the horses than the kids that are freezing behind her. Like they only have silk robes, and I'm like, why didn't these kids figure out how to dress for this?
From somewhere in France to somewhere in Scotland, it's gonna be colder.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah,
I just found that funny.
I felt bad.
I was like, okay, they're freezing. They need to go inside. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then out comes a very large ship from the lake.
I am picturing the opening of Pirates of the Caribbean when when he's on the mast and the ship is slowly sinking into the Harry steps off onto the dock, playing that like in reverse.
Yeah, exactly. I have seen very large ships like pirate ship style, and that's all I am picturing at this point. Like
1,000%.
In Florida where we lived, like you go to Clearwater or you go out to St. Pete's, and they actually have like Buccaneers replica ships out there in the water, and you can take tours and do like dinners and stuff like that on them. But like that's kind of what I was imagining, like just coming out of the water.
Yes. No, there's some really cool old Navy ships from like Revolutionary War and in Boston and Maryland that you can go and tour and stuff.
That's cool.
I did super pregnant. I couldn't get around the stairs very well. Yeah. But they are very cool to go and see.
Well, and the Professor
Karkaroff. Very Russian.
Is like the perfect description of like a pirate too.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Yes. So we have our French group dressed in silk and our like Russian, Ukrainian Stan brothers, like Karkaroff, that are dressed in their fur.
And
from Siberia. Like, clearly they're
very cold.
They're in Scotland, they're like, well, it's warm here.
Right.
It's brisk.
Right. So, Victor Crumb.
He's a student.
I didn't, like, that was going to be my question, is he's 18. So how is he a student? Is he a student or is he like still?
Does it say that he's 18?
So earlier, Ron
was guessing.
mentions that he's 7 or that he's 18.
Ron was guessing.
Was he?
Because Ron is saying, I know he's young, but Ron is guessing that he's 18 and guessing that he's just out of school. Oh, Ron didn't know.
Okay.
And so, yes. So that's why Ron is so surprised of like.
That he's there.
Holy shit, he's still his kid.
Yeah. He's still a student.
Then brings up all of the questions of should you allow kids at that age to play professional sports. But
right, yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
That's for a different podcast to discuss.
Right. Okay. So then that answers that question. So then I was like, okay, where are they gonna sit in the meals and like sleep? And obviously that gets answered in the next chapter. But that was like really my only other like thing was just like, where are they gonna sit? Like, and then they come into the
Great Hall.
In the Great Hall, and like
Ron, move over.
Right. Over here. And then they go with Slytherins. But I loved that the Bobatons. I'm gonna butcher that. Bobatons.
Wait till we see the movie and you hear it 500 times and you'll be like, okay, right. Bobaton got it.
Yeah. The Bobatons, I love that they just made themselves at home.
Yeah.
Like they're like that
the Ravenclaw table.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Do they have more than one large Hagrid-sized chair in?
That's a good question.
Like the castle.
Hopefully I would say I would assume so. Because even like thinking about the front table, like even like Dumbledore's chair is huge.
Right. Yeah. So that is true.
I was thinking worst case is Dumbledore be a nice enough dude to be like, here's my chair. I will steal, Flitwick's chair.
Right.
Like, yeah. Please don't sit on that one. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Yes, but Karkaroff. And I'm like, he's so worried that Victor has a head cold. I was like, oh my God.
Do you want me to get you some malted wine or something? Mold wine.
Yes. All right, so that brings us to chapter 16, the Goblet of Fire.
Yes.
And so my summary is, can anyone beat the age line? And then we have our 3 champions. ...
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we'll get there.
So the very beginning, I feel like Hermione is just being very, very judgmental.
Ron, he's only a Quidditch player, just as she was drooling over the prefect.
Right, exactly. I'm just kind of like, very, very judgmental in this way of like, she just doesn't quite get it.
There's also like, even though that's not your sport, like, like I'm kind of a sports ball person, but like if somebody that I kind of maybe vaguely knew from a football team, that's, not the Seahawks, it came up to me, I'd be like, oh, okay, hi.
Right.
Like you still have that certain level of like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Victor Crumb walked up to her, if she would keep her cool, like, yeah, whatever. Like,
yeah.
I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you, whatever.
It's kind of like, so I worked for dental office and we had Broncos football players in the office all the time because like
they have teeth too.
One of the guys knew, or one of the wives knew the doctor that I worked for. And so like, it just became a thing. And I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, okay, but I didn't totally like. I kind of fangirled, but not really. Like you have to in a professional setting like that. You kind of have to be like, "Oh, hello again." Okay,
I need your signature on this, and also on this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's just one of those things. I was just like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah, Hermione's definitely being a little bit,
a
little bit much here. He's only a Quidditch player. I'm like, wow, but he's a really damn good one that just made it to the Quidditch World Cup. Like,
that is cool.
Like you got to be a little impressed.
And he almost won.
He technically caught the snitch. He just didn't win.
Yeah, exactly.
He won the twins a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I was like, oh, come on.
So the food. I love that the food was inclusive of everybody.
I did too. And I love that the Bobatrons are not at all impressed by this castle and the plates and stuff. And the Durmstrang clearly are.
Yeah.
So we have clearly 3 levels of what happens in castles here. Or they're not all castles. And then, I had to remind myself what's in a bouillabaisse. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. It sounds gross. And then I like that Ron immediately goes, I'll take your word for it. Like he's not going to try it. And he goes to his black pudding. Also gross. Hard pass. Yeah. I was enjoying all of the food.
Yeah. The food is just funny. But I like that the maybe Vila girl, as we keep calling her, the Vila girl.
Well, she's about to get a name.
Yes, I know. But in Harry's brain.
Flo Delacour.
Yes. Ron has a new crush. And I'm curious why she chose to ask him if he was going to eat the food or not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like... Yep. It's Ron. Why are we asking Ron about the food?
I think he just happened to be sitting closest to the bowl.
Well, maybe, but you're at a table full of other kids. Why not ask one of them? Yeah.
Maybe she was at the end and it would have had to go like 12 people down the Ravenclaw table.
I doubt it. But it was just interesting. I was like, I wonder why she picked him.
I think she picked him so that they could identify in the book that she was a Vila and it drove the plot.
Maybe. That's funny. And Hermione's, no, she's not a Vila.
And all of a sudden, all the guys are
like looking at her and maybe she is.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Now Mr. Crouch and Ludo Bagman come and join us.
That's what I got too. I was like, oh, so they're joining the dinner party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And then I found this fascinating. Again, things I like to look up. The food I'm not going to pull up. That was just gross.
I did research the sweet treat.
Oh, what's that?
The Blanc
the pale.
Blanc, the sweet so it's a sweet dessert made with milk or cream, sugar thickened with rice flour, gelatin, cornstarch, or Irish moss, and often flavored with almonds. So it's almost like not like a pudding, but kind of.
Almost a rice pudding.
Yeah, in a way, but it's not got actual rice in it like rice pudding does. It's just thickened with like a rice flour or gelatin. Gelatin is more that Jell-O style. Cornstarch, rice flour, and Irish moss are going to be more of a like a pudding style.
I would try it, but it doesn't sound great.
Flavored with almond. I can't try it, so I would die. Or I would be very loopy on Benadryl afterwards.
Can you have like almond extract?
I can't do anything almond based. I will rash up really bad, like my throat, the whole thing. So yeah.
Because I definitely put it in cookies all the time. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know that I've ever eaten the cookies.
We definitely brought them over for Christmas.
Did you?
I'm going to keep that in mind next time.
I don't know.
That's my favorite sugar cookie from my grandmother.
Oh, yeah. I don't eat sugar cookies. That would be why.
They're so good.
Yeah. I don't eat sugar cookies. There's just a thing about it for me that I can't do it. But sugar. Yeah. But I just found that interesting. I was so for me, it's almost like a pudding, or maybe if you do gelatin, it's going to be more of like a Jell-O style,
like
or
a milky Jell-O.
Yeah. And I was like,
Jell-O's mostly sugar.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. But I said, I would try it. It doesn't sound great. If there's options across the table, it's not the first thing I'm reaching for.
Right. But I found it funny that Ron kind of like put it aside to see if the Vila girl would come over and grab it.
See how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And just found that funny. So what did you look up?
So I had to look up because I was curious that it says first. So now Dumbledore is talking. The moment has come. Blah, 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 blah. I'd like to say a few words before we bring in the casket. And Harry goes, the what? And Ron kind of shrugs. And then he calls it a casket again later. So I looked up in the dictionary what casket means. It is a small ornamental box or chest for holding jewels, letters, or other valuable objects.
Okay.
Then there is a side note that says, in North America, it can also be a coffin. It is only a coffin here.
Yeah.
I was like, fascinating. And also, why did Harry question it?
Right.
But I was like, because to us, I was like, yeah, casket, that's a weird term to use. And it's like, it's only weird if you live here.
Yeah.
It's not anywhere else. It's just a ornamental box.
That's so cool.
I thought that was really cool.
That is cool.
So I was like, huh. Why does the U.S. use caskets instead of coffins?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Cassie's dad makes ornamental boxes by hand.
Ooh.
Like he does all the jewel stuff and everything. Like
that's so cool.
And he's in his 80s and he loves it. Like all the kids have one.
Well,
I think it's cool. Anyways.
So then Dumbledore lays out what is needed that the champions will need to complete all of these tasks. Magical powers, daring, powers of deduction, and the ability to cope with danger. And we know people have died. I was kind of like, why would anybody do this? And then I thought, how many people die on Everest every year?
Right.
Who need all of these things minus magical powers?
Yeah.
And like people run marathons in the Sahara Desert, which is crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
And Death Valley and stuff like that. Like there's a 100-mile annual run in Death Valley.
Right.
You're nuts. And people die doing this stuff. Like, well, okay, clearly it's just a thing.
Yeah.
Humanity needs to be on the verge of death and sometimes go too far.
Sometimes. I think too, it's one of those like, I can beat this. I can do this. I can like conquer this thing or whatever.
I'm trying to think of what it's from. I can't remember if it was a book or a movie that says somewhere like Everest is covered in bodies of the overly ambitious or something like that.
Oh yeah.
As the guy's like coming up with logic to like sit on his couch and not do anything basically.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's from, but I'm like, it's not wrong.
No, it's definitely not. I follow a lady that did Mount Kilimanjaro.
K2. Yep.
And then she just got back from Everest base camp maybe a month or so ago.
Wow.
She did just to base camp. Is that higher? I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But she went pretty high. But the second day that she was on the journey to do it, she got a chest infection. Ooh. So she barely made it up there. And one of the things that, like the year before, one of her best friends' spouses or significant others or like family members somehow had passed away doing this. Ugh. And so there was like a stick, like as you go up, there are sticks of like the people that have passed on this thing and everything. And I'm like, that's
crazy.
Yeah. Like
you do you.
To me in my brain, it's crazy, but to her or other people, it's one of those things that you just have to do. And I'm like, okay, like that's cool. You can do that, but I probably will not do that.
I mean, I bike 200 miles in a week and people think I'm crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's dying on that.
True. But you also like backpacking, and I think that's crazy. So
we had a lot of fun this weekend.
Whereas me, like I go hiking and I have to be at a very slow pace.
I mean, we were backpacking with a 3-year-old. We were going very slow.
That is true. I'm sure you were. Yeah.
My legs hurt. And then we get home and he's running all over the place. I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Dude.
Right.
All right. So now we learn how you enter.
Yes.
There's a goblet. You check your name in. It's got to have your name and your school on it. Marking that so we can come back to that later. And he's like, hey, and by the way, there's an age line. Don't go around it. I drew it. Good luck. And also, if your name goes into the goblet, it is a binding magical contract.
Yep.
You cannot back out.
Yep.
Though I wonder if the goblet would know if you wanted to back out and not pick you.
Maybe.
But
like the hat.
Yes. It was kind of like the hat.
So the fact that Fred and George decide to try and Lee Jordan, yep,
he doesn't get across the line, but
decide to try this or whatever. They take the aging potion, and they're like, well, we just need a couple of months, like whatever, and they get caught by the line, but. Couldn't they have done other things like drop it from above or like, is this magical thing a cylinder over?
I kind of think it's like, like a cylinder thing, no fly zone. I don't know. But also
like,
how would you paper airplane it in really carefully? Like these are small pieces of paper.
Isn't it like just outside the hall? So like right around the stairs and everything. Couldn't you like fishing line it down or wand it in?
Stairs on one side and the dungeon's on the other.
Okay.
So there, if you put it on this side, there's no stairs above.
Oh, okay.
Because the Great Hall is.
I mean, you could take your wand and use it, like.
Yeah, they've learned how to make things float.
Right.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Exactly. Like, I'm just like.
I'm assuming the piece of paper just like dissolved as it went across the line.
Probably.
Like, there's more things done. I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
Is this not using transfiguration as punishment?
Kind of, but it's hilarious.
Not saying it's not, and you do it to yourself. But I was like, that was McGonagall's whole thing against Mad Eye with Malfoy was we don't use transfiguration as punishment. And I'm like, Dumbledore's using transfiguration as punishment.
But I think what it is more to find out who is crossing the line in a funny way.
100%.
And I think that's the part.
I'm just saying it's a little hypocritical to go after Moody.
Well, McGonagall went after Moody, not Dumbledore.
Yes. So, but why is she okay with this?
I don't know that she is.
Fair.
Because
you don't get her opinion on it?
We don't get her opinion on it.
I just thought it was interesting. Yeah. That it was such a no earlier, and now it's like, yeah.
But I find it hilarious.
It's hysterical.
Like, they get a beard. And it's not just the two of them either.
They say go upstairs and meet.
I wrote it down. So there's four people themselves. Oh, no, I didn't write them down.
I got it right here. So it's the two of them and Dumbledore. I like this. Coming down the hall, his eyes twinkling. Yeah. He is so proud of this.
Yes, he is.
He is loving this. She is already tending to Miss Fawcett of Ravenclaw and Miss Summers of Hufflepuff, both who decided to try to age themselves too. Though I must say, neither of their beards looked as fine as yours. And Lee Jordan is on the floor.
Yep.
Just dying.
I would have been dying too.
I love everything about it.
So amazing.
Lee is howling with laughter.
Yep.
And Harry, Ron, and Hermione also chortling went to breakfast.
Yes. So they're off to the hospital.
Now, obviously, they don't really get a chance because they saw the twins first. Did you find it interesting that none of our trio even tried?
I did, because I don't think Harry ever wanted to, especially with I
think he wants a normal school year for once in his life.
For sure. And I honestly, he's definitely stressing about the decision because everybody keeps asking him if he's going to do it or not and this and that. And
I'm not
why would he?
Yeah.
He's not of age at all. He's nowhere near the age.
He doesn't need the money.
No, and
he doesn't need the fame.
No, that's for sure either.
It's right the opposite.
But it's one of those things where it's he doesn't meet the criteria. He doesn't want to do it.
What's with the pressure?
Yeah, exactly. Though one more thing before we keep going, Moody and Karkaroff know each other.
Uh-huh. I made that note too. Moody does not like him.
No. But yeah, so did you add Fred and George?
I have not yet.
Fred and George to the hospital list.
I hadn't had a hospital count. Oh no, my chapter 1 is too many notes. We'll put on chapter 2. It's okay.
So yeah, they've got hospital and then the other two characters.
I'm not going to bother putting them.
Okay, that's fine.
We never hear of them again.
Is the carriage like a magical tent where it just gets bigger when you go inside?
I would assume so.
Since all the kids
they also said it's the size of a house.
True. Okay. I just wondered. It was a side weird note.
Yeah. It could be. We know that that's a thing.
Right. Yeah.
But they also said, does it say exactly how many students they brought?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. I didn't think so.
On either of them.
The other thing, it also, this is a little bit interesting. I'm going to give you a spoiler here for the movie. All you hear about is one student. We only get one specific student from Beauxbaton who happens to be female. And we get two students heard about from Durmstrang who are both male. Mm-hmm. The movie, all the Beauxbatons are girls and all the Durmstrangs are guys.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think the schools are, though.
Right.
And that's not explicitly written, but it's also not explicitly not written.
Right.
But it's a little bit of a weird movieism.
Yeah.
That's and in the book, I'm like, I see how you got there.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's really what the author intended.
Right.
And I'm a little bit surprised and curious. I never got to ask her a question.
Yeah.
I would ask lots of things. But why did she allow that?
Right.
Is an interesting choice.
Yeah, for sure. And we know that the girl in the wood,
who knew Madame Maxine.
I'm just gonna keep saying it that way because it drives me nuts. Anyways, she was with another group of girls because she was talking to another girl.
Which, for all we know, that was Fleur.
Right.
And Fleur and some of these other.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
which is a little interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, for sure.
So then they go find Hagrid?
Yes.
Oh, first, I did note every single student that came from the two schools all submitted their names. Yes. So clearly that was a prerequisite to get to take the trip. It's like they had already committed to this.
I did notice that too.
I thought that was cool.
And they all had to, like, they probably made it where all of them were of age and things like that. So like they had to.
They knew the rules.
Yeah. For sure.
And they could have probably known as so many people from Durmstrang all volunteered, and they were like, okay, we're going to pick 10 names out of a hat. Right. You 10 get to go.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool though.
So visiting Hagrid, he's only got 20 of the Screets left.
Because they're eating each other.
Well, he figured out what they eat. And Hagrid's fingers.
And apparently.
But reading the conversation between him and Hermione and everything, the one thing that stood out to me was reading Hagrid say, "You get weirdos in every breed."
Look what I have underlined.
I was like, "You get weirdos in every breed," and I was like, That's amazing coming from him.
Yes. Everything about that conversation is amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I found that hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to announce the last, or do you have anything else?
Oh, just it's cute that I wrote, he likes M&M with a little heart.
Yes.
It's cute
goodness.
that, like,
was that
Hermione indignant. I thought he was going to wait for us.
Right. Was that too much cologne?
Yes.
Go wash it off.
It's always too much.
Yes, it is.
There's no such thing as not too much.
Right.
So, yeah, so they went Angelina. That's her name.
Yes.
Says Fred.
Yes.
Which is why I think last week, I think it was you asked me, who do we know from Hogwarts that could have done it? And immediately my head was like, well, Cedric Diggory can.
Right.
And I was like, and there's another Quidditch player. I'm trying to remember her name. But I was like, there's a couple of Quidditch players. But I was like, crap, I'm just going to come out with Cedric like that. And you're going to know who from Hogwarts gets pegged. But
right, yeah.
I was like, oh, dang it. I kind of gave that one away last week.
Not good.
Oh, well.
Okay, so the champions are...
Victor Crumb. No surprises there, says Ron. Is everyone? Yay!
Yay!
And then the champion from Beauxbaton, Fleur Delacour. It's her, Ron, said Harry, as the girl who resembled Avila got up and got to her feet.
Yep.
So we have our Vila. Yep. We have our Quidditch player, our Vila. Like Hermione, they all look disappointed. And now our Hogwarts champion, Cedric Diggory.
Woohoo! From Hufflepuff. Sweet.
He's a puff.
Yep.
Little surprising. It's not a Gryffindor.
Yes.
Which is like, is he a kind of like Hermione is like a Gryffindor that would lean Ravenclaw?
Yeah.
Right? Yes. And is he like a Hufflepuff that would lean Gryffindor maybe?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was an interesting choice because puffs aren't known for the outward bravery. They're kind of we're going to hide in the corner and see whose side to take later.
Right.
Like.
But what's interesting is that we've got... So all of the Beauxbatons come from, like, are sitting at the Ravenclaw table.
Mm-hmm.
All of the Durmstrang are sitting at Slytherin. Now we've got Cedric at Hufflepuff.
That's funny.
And then, oh, wait.
Dun, dun, dun. There's
Harry
more.
Potter gets picked.
Potter. And I like that Dumbledore just clears his throat and reads.
Like, but he takes a double take first.
He does a double take.
Like, what the heck?
He stared at the name, held it out, stared at the name. There was a long pause.
Like, how did his name get in there? Because he didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
We know because we've been in his brain reading these chapters. So how the heck? I was like, I did it in all capitals. What? There is a fourth champion, Harry Potter? WTF.
So what's funny is reading this the first time, I think I got to Harry Potter and was like, no.
Yeah.
Guys, it's so obvious.
It is obvious.
It's a book about Harry Potter.
Right. Like he's got to be a part of it.
So obvious.
But now we have somebody from every table.
Yeah, we do. That's kind of fun. I hadn't thought about it that way. I like that. Yikes. But now we have HP, who did not put his name in.
No, he did not. And I wonder how he is going to explain that one to Dumbledore.
Yep. And also, so we know...
And who did it?
This is also why I highlighted in this chapter that you had to put your name and your school on the paper. So somebody rigged it and put a fourth school in and made Harry the only student.
Right.
So he'd be the only option. It's the only way to do this. And also, that is a magical binding contract that comes out of there.
Right.
So can Dumbledore or anybody save him from having to do these?
Right.
Clearly not. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a book.
Right.
But
But what's the school?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
and again, who rigged it?
He didn't write the school on it.
Who done it?
Oh, well, we already know it's Voldemort at some point. And somehow
3 degrees of separation, sure.
What I do find interesting though is that
Wormtail came back into the castle.
Probably.
Sorry.
Karkaroff notices Harry in the door or whatever
and
earlier.
Pauses awkwardly.
And pauses and like holds up the whole line, blah, 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 blah. It's interesting that the other schools and the other countries know about Harry Potter.
He's still the boy who lived. He is still the only person
everybody
alive.
In the wizard world, like period, knows about Harry Potter.
He is the only wizard person, period, alive that has survived that curse. They are going to hear about it.
Okay. I just found it interesting that like he knew about it, even though like they go to a different school, a different country. Like,
no, he is, and also. We haven't gotten a whole lot of details about the first war with Voldemort that came to this as head at the Potter's house. But it goes alongside World War II. Okay. So it's like the chaos of the world was also the chaos of the wizarding world, and there were ties in there. Okay. You could have, kind of like Marvel. They kind of have some fun with like, this is all World War II, like Captain America's World War II. And like, that's part of the chaos is the superheroes, and the aliens coming is part of the chaos of World War II.
Okay.
This is just a magical twist on it.
Okay.
Which is kind of fun.
Okay.
I like all these ideas of like, people aren't crazy enough to have actually caused a world war a second time by themselves. So we're going to put something of the reason in there, whether it be Voldemort or aliens or whatever. And it's like, no, we were dumb enough. Sorry. And we'll do it again someday.
Right.
So next week, we're going back to 3 chapters. We're going to try to do 3 chapters this whole book.
Yeah.
We'll see if it happens.
Okay.
We'll power through as fast as we can. So chapter 17, the 4 champions. 18, the wane of the wands. And 19, the Hungarian horntail.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
What do you think a Hungarian horntail is?
Sounds like a really big horned frog or something. I have no idea.
Trevor finally gets poisoned.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this episode. If you had fun, please follow, download, and review this podcast on your preferred listening platform.
If you're ready for the next chapter, join the spoiler-free conversation on our Facebook group. Search You Haven't Read What? The podcast.
Or on Instagram and YouTube for exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes content. Have a great week.
And we'll catch you on the next page.